Hi guys, it's Miss Brooke. The next STEM activity I wanted to share with you that you can do at home is an Easter egg sink or float experiment. So this is a fun science experiment that helps the kiddos understand density. Before beginning the experiment, I would show them an empty plastic egg and make sure if your plastic egg has any holes or anything, you tape it around first, right? To prevent any water from seeping in, and place the egg in the bowl and show that it does float. And then explain to the kids that you are going to put various objects inside the eggs to see if it affects whether it sinks or if it floats again. So I just picked 4 random different objects I had in my house. So I have some coins that I have for one. The second one is a peep. The third one is some Play-Doh. And then the fourth one I have is some rocks. So those are my 4 ones that I chose. And then you're going to test each egg in the water. Make sure that you tape the sides from it getting any holes in if you think that it is, because that will affect the experiment. And the first thing, you're going to place each egg in the bowl one at a time to see whether it would sink or float. You can also record it if you want, so you can also ask them, do you think it's going to stay on? So they understand what sink and float means. Is it going to stay on top or is it going to go to the bottom? So for the first one I have our coins, and then you could ask them, do you think that the coins are going to sink or do you think they're going to float? And then you just place it in the water and look, they sink to the bottom at that point. And then you can try it again with the other one, and this is my peep. I'm going to stick it in the water, and then you can have them guess before that you stick it in the water. Do you think it's going to sink or do you think it's going to float? And it is floating. And then you can try a different one. This is my Play-Doh. Do you think it's going to sink or float? Put it in the water, and it's actually floating. And then the last one I did is rocks. And then ask the kids, do you think it's going to sink or do you think it's going to float? And it sank to the bottom. Whether an object sinks or floats, it depends on the object's density. And if an object is less dense than water, it will float. Density is how tightly packed the material is inside the object, which is why changing the inside of the egg affects what the result is going to be. So this is actually a really fun activity you can do with your kids at home that's super easy. So I hope this helped.